Hey everyone. So I just wanted to put out a little video trying to explain a little bit better auditions for next year, and then just trying to explain a little bit of the choirs and the process and everything for you, just to hope to make that a little easier for everyone. Also, of course, to encourage and recruit as many friends and people that you can think of to audition. As always, we want to make sure we have a good amount of boys auditioning, because we have some really big shoes to fill with so many wonderful, talented seniors leaving. So we want to make sure we keep our tradition alive and strong for next year. Not being at school and helping encourage and recruit is worrying me just a little bit. So I need everyone's help to make this all work out wonderfully. Of course, I miss all of you terribly, and you are a very important part of my day, and I miss it a lot. I've had some Zoom meetings with choraleers, and that's been really fun to see everyone, and hopefully maybe down the road we can all meet for each choir, which would be really fun. So a couple of things about auditions. So the first thing, I have a little list here so I don't forget. So yes, we want to make sure we recruit and help encourage friends and people that are in choir now. The choirs that are available or that are offered for next year that are auditioned would be choraleers, and those 16 kids are in that small audition group. The commitment's really pretty heavy in December, and then maybe a couple other performances throughout the year. And we're gonna hold those auditions in the fall. Unless we come back in May, then we'll do it then. But right now I'm just gonna shoot for the fall and have that in my head. Choraleers, that's a different piece of music that we learn for that audition. And at the end of that audition, for callbacks, I meet with everyone, including underclassmen of choraleers now. So that's why that one I can't do online. And then choraleers, those kids come out of a cappella. So you have to make a cappella to be a part of choraleers. Okay, the next choir is show choir. And show choir is 40 auditioned, 20 girls and 20 guys. And you have partners. And it's for a whole block first semester. And so in that group, I've got 8 to 9 girl spots opening up, and I've got 6 to 7 guy spots opening up. So if that helps you, sometimes kids just want to know what, how many spots are open, but don't let that deter you, because you never know what you're going to make or who you're up against or any of that. So do audition for, I say, everything. For a cappella, that's the large top ensemble of 94 to, I say 94 to 98 because it varies some years. But for that group, there are 17 girl spots opening, and there are 20 boy spots opening. So that's usually what it is every year. So yeah, that's what I'll be filling. So for the whole audition process itself, so because I can't see you to work with you on that audition form that was emailed out on Monday, that that hopefully explained it pretty well. I would use 2 devices. So I would have like a laptop or a desktop, and I would pull up that form, and I would play through headphones me vocalizing with you and playing the piano. And I would do that during the warm-up, so I can hear how high you can go and how low you can go. I'm afraid if you do it on your own without me, you won't stretch yourself to sing as high as you normally would. So two things with that. When you're vocalizing and warming up, make sure as you get higher, men too, make sure as you get higher that you drop that jaw, and I would even just slur the do's. So for example, do 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 do. I would just open up and just let that soar. Use your tummies, good breath. And then gentlemen, as you're taking that way down low, try not to let it get too far back and make it sound kind of swallowed sound. Keep it up forward like you're kind of smiling a little bit. Men, when you're ascending, you'll feel it want to break. And so that's where that change in voices, like do, do, or do, 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 and you don't want to flip. That's when you just need to, you'll feel it almost like a switch, do, 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 and get into that high voice. So that's what I want to hear, is I want to hear how high you can go and how low you can go, because that helps me place you if you're going to be a soprano, alto, tenor, or bass. So that's the first thing you need to do on that video. And I would practice doing this a couple times before you record it to keep it as short as you can. Then after that, you're going to do the sight reading. Now you have the sight reading ahead of time, so I'm well aware that I know that you can practice it. Because I know that some of you will be able to practice it, some of you may not be able to, but that's why I didn't play it for you the first time. You'll just kind of have to do that on your own. If you go to that virtual piano, you'll see when it comes up, you'll see middle C has a dot on it. And so that dot, that's your first starting pitch, which is middle C. It's in the key of C, so C is do. If you have a piano, you could just use that. It doesn't matter. I'm just trying to give you a reference to find your starting pitch. You could also pull up some sort of app with a piano on it. It's middle C is what that starting pitch is. So you would just give yourself that starting pitch and just go from there. If you want, you could count yourself in and then go. Just make sure you're, singing the notes, ending it together, and just making sure you just sing it straight through, not starting or stopping. Do it once, and just do it the best you can. If you can do it on the solfege, great, it might help you. If not, it's fine. I'd love to hear you do it on it, and it may make it easier, actually, for those of you that are familiar with it. And then lastly, you'll sing your song. So I want you to sing one of those songs that I listed, because I want to have like a good pitch reference point. So if you're singing happy birthday to you, great. That tells me you can hold pitch, all of that. If you're going happy birthday to you, that's like, So that's why I want that reference point. If you want to sing a second song, some people have emailed me, that's great. If you have your heart set on like a musical song or a song from something else, great, I love it. Just don't do a whole long part of it. Just maybe do a verse, or maybe do a section that you know that you shine on a little bit more. So I would do that. Then for the second upload, you'll see there are 2 uploads. If for some reason you go over or you make it too long, you could do the upload, or you could do that first upload with the first song, the warm-up, and the sight reading on the first upload, and then the second upload, you could do your second song, and if you're trying it for show choir, you could do the dance on that second one. So for the show choir audition, you're gonna do all of that again, but you're gonna add the dance. So with the dance though, I wanna make sure I can see you actually moving your legs and doing that dance that Carly did for you. I would count yourself off, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then do the move or whatever. So I would do it that way, or just go, that's fine. It's basically just making sure I know that you have like coordination and that you can do it all at the same time. So that's what that is. Then after you go through there, then you'll just upload those. Now if you have any problems at all, email me. I'm checking my email throughout the day, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. At some point, it's like 11 at night and I just sent my last email. So I'm checking it as often as I can. So just if you have any questions about anything, let me know, okay? I think I'm remembering to say anything or everything. Remember during your audition, maybe it's kind of like a job interview. So maybe you don't wear pajamas, even though you probably are every day. I kind of am. But, and just make sure you have like a appropriate scenery behind you. I don't know, whatever that means. And yeah, I look forward to hearing everyone. I guess the nice thing about doing it like this online or via sending it in with forms, like people don't know that you're really auditioning, like you're not signing up for time, so what do you have to lose, right? Yeah, and I just encourage all of you to do it. I will tell you from almost every student that I've ever had, I get emails all the time, I get Facebook messages, I get a note sent to me. I just got one the other day from a student who was driving home. They graduated probably 10 years ago, and they were driving home to be with their family during this time from North Carolina, and she sent me a voicemail just saying how much she missed choir, and it was the best thing she ever did in high school. And I'll get emails like that all the time from kids I would never expect, like captain of the football team, best thing I ever did in high school. So, and next year we'll go hopefully on our trip again, Nashville. So hopefully that encourages you too. Again, I love and miss you all. I'm gonna cry. Stay safe.